Modern mountaineers operate under a simple assumption. With enough oxygen tanks, advanced thermal gear, and sheer willpower, human engineering can conquer any environment on Earth. Mount Everest stands as the ultimate trophy for this mindset. Over the decades, thousands of climbers have braved the death zone, successfully standing on the highest point of the planet. But look away from Everest, and you find an entirely different reality. This is Mount Kailash, standing at roughly 6,638 meters tall. This comparison shows the towering height of Everest against Kailash. There's a massive gap of over 2,000 meters. Logically, Kailash should be an easier climb. Yet, while Everest's summit is crowded with flags, the peak of Mount Kailash remains completely untouched by modern mountaineers. Government bans protecting the mountain were put in place much later. Before those restrictions, multiple international teams attempted to conquer this peak, and those early climbers met terrifying, inexplicable fates. Kailash is protected by something far more potent than steep rock faces or severe weather. Expeditions found an active, invisible barrier that systematically repels human intrusion. When Russian and Western expedition teams geared up to tackle the lower slopes, they initially treated it like any other high-altitude ascent. But the moment these climbers crossed a specific altitude, their standard spatial navigation systems broke down completely. Handheld compasses stopped pointing north. Instead, the needles began spinning violently and chaotically, leading geologists to hypothesize the mountain acts as a massive generator, projecting an intense, chaotic electromagnetic field outward. While mechanical failures were alarming, the biological changes reported by climbers were more profound. Climbers who spent just a few days on the mountain experienced severe biological time distortion. They reported their hair and nails growing at a highly accelerated rate, completing 2 weeks of normal biological growth in a matter of hours. The higher you ascend Mount Kailash, the standard laws governing human technology and cellular biology simply cease to function. One specific group of Siberian mountaineers decided to ignore these physical warnings and pushed deep into the mountain's restricted zones. These climbers experienced an impossible physiological collapse. Within days of entering the restricted zone, their hair turned gray and their skin lost its elasticity, as if decades of biological life were compressed into hours. This rapid deterioration continued after descending, and the entire team passed away shortly after returning home. To explain these lethal biological anomalies, Russian researcher Dr. Ernst Moldashov and his team conducted a detailed topographic study of the region. This outline traces Kailash's precise geometry. Its perfect symmetry and stepped edges suggest it's the world's largest ancient pyramid. The survey indicates this peak is surrounded by smaller geometric structures, built by an advanced civilization to harness cosmic energy from Earth's magnetic poles. While modern researchers see a giant energy machine, ancient Vedic texts recorded this exact function millennia ago, calling the mountain the axis Mundi. In these scriptures, it's the literal cosmic center, where the earthly plane intersects the divine, suspending normal laws of space and time. The erratic compasses and accelerated aging documented by modern expeditions map perfectly onto the ancient scriptural warnings about the true nature of this site. Beyond the topographic anomalies and the magnetic field theories lies a profound spiritual reality outlined in Sanatana Dharma. In this tradition, the mountain serves as the physical manifestation of Lord Shiva's eternal throne, a site where divine energy is concentrated at its highest intensity. The supremacy of this mountain is established throughout ancient history. When Lord Rama required a divine Shivaling for his penance, he sent Hanuman directly to the peaks of Kailash to retrieve it. Later, when the gods themselves faced the unstoppable wrath of Shani Dev, they fled straight to Mount Kailash, seeking Shiva's ultimate protection within its boundaries. Because of this deep history, the mountain serves as a sanctuary for thousands of pilgrims who gather to perform the Kora, respectfully walking the rocky trail that circles the peak on foot. Human logic, spatial navigation, and modern scientific instruments consistently fail when they encounter true divine energy. Mount Kailash stands as a permanent, untouched monument, proving that no amount of advanced technology can ever overcome the divine will of Mahadev.